here and we're driving over to his hangar, and then he's like, you want one? And I'm like, it's 7 a.m. No. Like maybe in the evening. So he cracks and open another one in the hangar. All right. And I'm getting antsy. I'm getting nervous. I'm like, I don't know if I really should do this at all. This plane, if you saw it, you're like, oh my gosh, do not go in it. This thing is a World War II airplane, but it didn't fight in the war. It was just built around that time, and it had like a World War theme maybe going on. Open cockpit though. And I'm with an alcoholic, and he's drinking, and we're about to go in the airplane. So I said, okay, I'm going to do it, because I guarantee you I will not have this opportunity again. And I wish I did record it. I wish I did. But let me tell you this. I get in the airplane. There's no seat belts. The side of the plane like comes up to my waist a little bit. And you can look down, and it's just straight down, when you get up in the air. But we're on the runway. And it's one of those propeller prop planes, and it's in the front, okay? And you hear, and it's about to happen. We're about to go off, and my heart is just going 1,000,000,000 miles an hour, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am going to die today. I am going to. All right, let's do this, everybody. Let's do this. So I just got done making a video that I will be uploading soon. I think you'll probably enjoy it if you enjoy Las Vegas. And I thought, well, since I'm here, I might as well do a strip tour, right? Show you what's happening here on the Las Vegas Strip, and it will amaze you, everybody, amaze you. Because they are setting up for Formula One. And they're also doing a lot of construction for the new Hard Rock hotel that is going to be opening up in a couple years here on the Las Vegas Strip. So, yeah. But it is a perfect blue sunny sky day. You couldn't ask for a nicer day. It's 73 degrees outside. It's just perfect. Yes. So we just left the city of Las Vegas, and now we're in Paradise, Nevada, or Windsor, up this way. Because the Las Vegas Strip is not in Las Vegas, and they did that for a reason in the early days of the Las Vegas Strip, because they were trying to avoid city taxes, so they built it outside of city limits. Yeah. I'm going to get in this lane. I'll give you a better shot. Yeah. But I am excited to release the video. And a lot of times, I always say this when I'm recording. I say, I'm probably not going to upload this. It's not that great. And then I look at the videos and I go, all right, this is okay. So right now I'm thinking, it's probably not the best. But come time when I start editing it, I'm going to probably be thinking, wow, it's not that bad. But anyway, here is the Strip, everybody. The Las Vegas Strip. It's only 25 minutes or 20 minutes from the house, 25 depending on traffic. Doesn't take that long. I just take the Summerlin Parkway and Interstate 11 all the way to the 15. And then I either get off on Sahara or Flamingo. It all depends on exactly where I'm going. And right here on the north end of the Strip, it's not that busy. But I feel like it's really busy center Strip for a Sunday. And especially with everything that has been said about Las Vegas, that tourism is down. You go on YouTube And you see videos, oh, is Vegas dead? Well, that's just a headline or title to get your attention. Of course, Las Vegas is not dead. It's interesting. Tourism was down 11.3% from June to July. Yet gaming revenue was up 5.6%. So even though tourism is not here, people are still spending. Yeah. So, do you have a favorite spot here in Las Vegas? I'm sure you do. If you're a regular who comes here, you probably have a particular property that you enjoy, or maybe you just go for the best deals as well. Yeah, because a lot of people, they're just in the room, and that's all. And a lot of people use the room, and they're not in the casino or outside that much. So just really depends on what you like to do here in Las Vegas. I love it here so much that I moved here, everybody. Yes, I am a Las Vegas local, and I love this city. I love it here so much. It's amazing. You can get anywhere so quickly, especially on the surface streets, because they have what is called the green wave. So if you time it right, for instance, I like going down Sahara, or you can do Charleston, but Sahara seems a little bit quicker. And sometimes you don't hit a single red light. And then I like to call it the red wall. If you time it wrong, you hit every single red light. Oh my gosh. But you can go from Summerlin West all the way to the Strip in like 22 minutes if you catch the green wave. And you know I like surfing. I'm making a joke. I don't surf. I only surf when I'm riding the green wave, everybody. And this guy better not hit my car. If he does, he's cruising for a bruising, that's for sure. Look at him. How irresponsible is this? And here's another thing, too. There's a lot of these kids out here who I have seen, they're like 13, 14 years old, and they're on their e-bikes. And it's been a problem here in the Las Vegas area, I'm sure anywhere. But they're so cavalier about it. And especially in Summerlin West, like these kids, they have $5,000 e-bikes. And I was speaking with this one guy at the gas station when I went in, and he was fuming. And I said, what's happening? He's like, these kids and their e-bikes. He goes, they swarm the street, and he can't really get around them. They just do a street takeover, and they start throwing rocks at the cars when people are honking. It's just ridiculous. It's like, that's not cool, everybody. That's not cool. Kids throwing rocks at vehicles because they're doing a street takeover, and they don't even have a driver's license yet. And it's just crazy, everybody. But that's my 2 cents on the matter. Maybe Metro needs to start doing a better job, because I'm above the Summerlin substation, and everyone in my community is complaining about it. And you see all these cops around, and yet they're not doing anything about the kids. Especially, they're throwing rocks at cars. It's just wrong. But anyway, that's kind of what's going on in the Summerlin West area. And when I just saw that, maybe that was an electric motorcycle. I'm not sure, but whatever. We're here in Vegas. Vegas, everybody. So, I have a lot of videos that I plan on making. I was so happy just cruising the casino and recording. And a lot of times, people get upset when you're recording and they happen to be in the video. And a while back, I used to do a lot of video recording in public settings, and there's always this one person who just makes a huge deal about it. And I kind of took a little hiatus and started doing a lot of desert recording, and now I'm back here on the Strip, and I'm like, people really enjoy seeing what's happening in Las Vegas. And I was cruising through the Bellagio casino, and just felt good recording in there. Felt good, everybody, because I love video recording. I absolutely love it. It's my hobby. And I love the video editing process and working on developing better skills for my quality. And mainly, though, I just want to be myself. I want to show you who Gino is. And you get to see, it's Gino, and I'm Desert Gino because I love the desert and I live in the desert. So my name is Gino. I live in the desert. Desert Gino. There you go. And plus, I love the desert. Yeah. But you'll start to see the Formula One preparations. And I am going to upload this video probably right away, because this is just an easy one. Easy. Cruising down Las Vegas Boulevard on a beautiful Sunday morning. Clear blue skies. Yeah. But it's starting to become more lively, and it definitely will be. And I might come down here later this evening. I know I said that in my prior video that will most likely be released after this one. And I was talking about how I had so much fun that I want to come back later on, and I can. It's Sunday. It's not that far from the house, the Strip. I can see it from the house. Really good. Here's the Formula One stuff, everybody. It's really cool, all this Formula One stuff. And that is going to be another video. I need to get down here and start doing some more recording, because there is the Hard Rock Hotel. It's going to be guitar shaped. There's a lot of mixed feelings on that, and people say, well, it's definitely going to be changing the Las Vegas Strip. And that is correct. You're going to be seeing a guitar. But then here's an argument as well. The baseball stadium that's being constructed is also going to change the Las Vegas Strip. And over by the Fontainebleau, there is a development called the LVXP. It's going to be an 18,000 seat arena, 3 towers, because Las Vegas is getting an NBA team, everybody, an NBA team. And here's more of the Formula One setup, especially in front of the Bellagio. And I need to get around the Deuce. The Deuce. I'm going to move over. That way you can get a better view. Oh, I didn't really need to. Really didn't need to. So yes, they're also building something here at Caesar's Palace. It's a new club, so it'll be interesting. And they just finished right over here a couple restaurants. And yeah, it's Sunday morning, everybody. Is Vegas dead? You're gonna be like, well, there's some people, but not quite like how it used to be. Yeah, maybe. But I was here during COVID, and yeah, you talk about it being dead. Except the deals, everybody, the deals. It was amazing. Except none of the restaurants were open. I went from the Flamingo all the way to the Luxor trying to find something to eat, and at the Flamingo all they had was Johnny Rockets, and their hamburgers aren't that great, and I'm not going to spend almost $30 for a not so good hamburger, because that is another complaint as well. And I understand your grievance. A lot of people say, oh, Vegas is expensive. Yeah, it is. Food-wise, it's not cheap, but I think that's kind of anywhere. You know, I eat out quite often. If you see my YouTube shorts, you're like, wow, he's always eating out as well. Yeah, but if it's just you or two people, kind of evens out with the groceries and everything, so it's probably a little more eating out, but you have a better variety, and it's just nice, and no cleanup either. Who likes to do dishes? Not me. And here's a funny thing, all right? This is like a Desert Gino side note. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my personal family. So I mention Palm Desert kind of often in my videos because that's where I started out in the desert. My grandparents lived out there, so I am from Southern California, Orange County, and I would regularly go out to Palm Desert. And if you're not familiar with Palm Desert, it's a couple cities down from Palm Springs, right in the heart of the Coachella Valley. So my grandparents were interesting, and they also hated doing dishes. So they had disposable everything, everybody. Disposable everything. So they would put everything on like disposable plates, and then after dinner just throw them away. Same with the cups. And they would have regular utensils, but yeah, so everything was disposable because my grandma's like, I hate doing dishes. But she still had to clean the pots and pans and whatnot, but a little less. But they were elderly, all right? So keep that in mind as well, because I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's wasteful, Desert Gino. When you're elderly, all right, dishes. So I cut the elderly some slack, because when I get to be that age, I'm sure things might not be easy, because they lived into their late 80s, really late 80s. So good for them. My other grandma, she lived to be 98 years old. It's a long time, everybody. Yeah, and she lived alone, too, all the way up to 98. No nurses, caregivers, none of that. It was just her. She managed it all on her own. So she was very independent and did not like anybody getting in her way. So... But yeah, we got the Formula One right here, everybody, in front of the Bellagio. I just left the Bellagio. Yeah. And I have a lot of interesting stories as well. So when I'm out video recording, a lot of times I think, what am I going to talk about? Because behind this camera, I see all this interesting stuff. And yeah, sure, I can comment on that, but you see it with your own eyes as well, all right? And if you're subscribing to my channel, maybe you like my personality. I hope you do. This is just how I am, Gino. And my passions and interests, going out in the desert and whatever. But getting back to what I was saying, trying to think of a conversation, what you're going to be talking about, video recording. Sometimes I go blank. I go, I don't know what I'm going to say. But then I think after I'm that not a lot of people have. Not a lot of people have. And as I go along with making videos and I get more comfortable sharing my personal life with the entire internet, you know, I'm putting myself out there. A lot of people, you know, don't do that. I do, because I just like sharing. I like sharing, and I think some of my stories are interesting. For instance, here is an example. 5 years ago, I was out in a very small part of the Mojave Desert, and I know this one guy, an acquaintance through a family member, and he was an older guy, all right? Full-blown alcoholic. Full-blown alcoholic. Because the night before, He had like 8 martinis. I showed up. I had a few martinis, and I don't drink hard liquor, especially how he and his wife made it. And this thing was like jet fuel, okay? So he's knocking him back, and he's drunk. And he says, "Hey, Gino, how would you like to go in my airplane tomorrow? And we'll go and do this." And I'm like, "Yeah, all right. All right." He's saying that now, but we'll see in the morning. He passes out. His wife passes out. They are drunk as a skunk, everybody. I don't know if skunks drink, but people like saying that. But anyway, they were hammered. So it's 7 in the morning, and he's like, "Are you ready to go flying?" And I'm like, "Oh man, you're serious?" And he's like, "Yeah, I told you last night. Let's go in my plane." So I'm like, okay. And this airplane is an open cockpit, a World War II plane. So we're driving over, and he cracks open a beer, and I'm like, you can't be doing this. This is like beyond illegal. And my grandfather also owned 2 airplanes and was a pilot. If you have a drink, you have to wait 72 hours. And he was very serious and a professional. Now this guy, he's cracking a beer, and we're driving over to his hangar, and then he's like, "You want one?" And I'm like, "It's 7 in the morning. No." Like maybe in the evening. So he cracks open another one in the hangar. All right. And I'm getting antsy. I'm getting nervous. I'm like, I don't know if I really should do this at all. This plane, if you saw it, you're like, oh my gosh, do not go in it. This thing is a World War II airplane, but it didn't fight in the war. It was just built around that time, and it had like a World War theme maybe going on. Open cockpit though. And I'm with an alcoholic, and he's drinking, and we're about to go in the airplane. So I said, okay, I'm going to do it, because I guarantee you I will not have this opportunity again. And I wish I did record it. I wish I did. But let me tell you this. I get in the airplane. There's no seat belts. The side of the plane like comes up to my waist a little bit. And you can look down, and it's just straight down, when you get up in the air. But we're on the runway. And it's one of those propeller prop planes, and it's in the front, okay? And you hear, and it's about to happen. We're about to go off, and my heart is just going 1,000,000,000 miles an hour, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am going to die today. I am going to die. And we get up in the air, way up in the air, all right? We're way up there, everybody. And it was a phenomenal experience. He did some turns, and I was freaking out. I'm holding on to the seat for dear life. We were up there for a little bit, quite some time, maybe an hour or so. It was an amazing experience. And there is the Las Vegas sign. Drive carefully, come back soon. I live here, so I'm always coming back. I'll go right here. And look at this. I was over here earlier, everybody. Look at this line. So I'm releasing the video, I don't know when, either today or tomorrow, or probably tomorrow, or maybe Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday, everybody. It's a pretty good one. But this concludes our Las Vegas Strip Drive here on a beautiful Sunday morning, everybody. And I'm happy to take you along, share some stories about being in a plane with an alcoholic pilot. I'm sure none of you maybe have had that experience. If you have, leave it in the comments, because I'm sure it was terrifying as well. I know it was for me, especially if you saw the plane. You know what? I think what I'll do also, I'll put in the post on my community page of the plane. I have a picture of it somewhere. If you see it, you're going to be like, Jesus, Gino. Or Desert Gino. You could call me Gino, Desert Gino, whatever you prefer. And here comes the plane. Vegas! Vegas, everybody. Welcome to town. Welcome to my city. So, this concludes driving around Las Vegas Boulevard on a beautiful Sunday morning. Thank you again for coming along with me. And if you do like my driving videos, leave it in the comments because I could do a lot of these. You know, it's really easy for me to just get in my car. So be sure to subscribe, turn the notification on for my channel. That way, when I release videos, you'll be the first to know of the video being released, as well as when I do decide to go live as well, because I do enjoy doing live videos and having a real-time exchange as well. I have a lot of additional videos I plan on making covering a wide variety of Las Vegas content. So thank you again for coming along. Bye.